presenting an overview of our research paper, The Challenges Malaysian Teachers Face in the Implementation of Special Education Inclusive Practices in Regular Schools. I'm Yvonne Chan from Group 2, and my group leader is Mr. Chan Boon Seng, and my group member is Ms. Yao Le Si. Inclusive education is a topic close to the heart of educators, and UNESCO has spearheaded the global push for inclusive education. To answer the call where every child has the right to education, Malaysia's Ministry of Education has put in a lot of effort, but the challenges are evident. To investigate the challenges, this study adopts the mixed methods methodology. The purpose of this study aims to investigate and justify the challenges faced by Malaysian teachers in the integration of inclusive practices in regular schools through the mixed methods approach for further insights. The problem statement of this study is to investigate and justify the gaps and challenges Malaysian teachers face in the integration of special education inclusive practices in regular school landscapes. And our thesis statement aims to highlight the complications and barriers of implementing inclusive education in Malaysian schools. Right, now moving on to our research objectives, we aim to identify, analyze, and justify challenges faced by teachers and to address unpredictable policies, inadequate training, resources, and attitudes. Our research questions include the perception and attitudes of teachers and parents, the impact of volatile policies and inadequate resources, and the effectiveness of teacher training programs. Okay, that's all from me, and on to you, Chan.
Hey, hi everyone. Today I'm excited to share the findings from our study on the implementation of inclusive education in Malaysian schools. This research utilized a mixed methods approach, integrating quantitative surveys and qualitative interviews to gain a comprehensive understanding of the perspective of educators and parents. Our study involved 25 special education needs teachers and 40 parents, using structured surveys to collect quantitative data and semi-structured interviews for qualitative insights. This method allowed us to not only analyze statistical data, but also to understand the deep narratives of those directly involved. From our analysis, we observe a significant neutrality in responses regarding the government's vision and resources for inclusive education. A majority of educators expressed uncertainty, suggesting a need for clearer communication and more robust support systems. On the qualitative side, teachers reported challenges like inadequate training and resources, while parents expressed concern about the actual inclusion in classroom settings. One of the major challenges highlighted was the gap in specialized training for teachers, which affects their confidence in supporting special needs students. Our study suggests enhancing teacher training program and increasing resource allocation to schools. Additionally, we propose more parent engagement and public awareness campaigns to foster a supportive community for inclusive education. In summary, while there are challenges, there are also clear pathways for improvement. Now on to you, Iplin.
Thank you, Chan. Now let's look at the discussion part. Next slide. Responses from educators in Malaysia's regular school. First, let's look at the perceptions and attitudes. Many teachers are neutral about the government's vision for inclusive education, reviewed challenges such as lack of awareness, congested classrooms, and inadequate training, which emphasize the importance of raising educator awareness. Now let's look at the impact of volatile policies. Issues include overcrowded classrooms, resource shortages, and attitudinal barriers, which highlight the need for stable and clear policies. Next slide. Teacher training. A considerable percentage lacks confidence or is neutral. Qualitative findings highlights gaps in training, emphasizing the need for practical programs. Impact of inadequate resources. Many teachers perceive resources as insufficient or neutral. Insufficient equipment, manpower, and funding hinder inclusive education, which highlight the need for enhancement. Next slide. Now let's look at the responses from regular parents whose children are studying in Malaysia schools. First, parental attitudes. Many parents express neutrality. Some support integration, citing benefits like social skills. Concerns include disruptions to typical students' progress and resource allocation. Perceptions of social and academic benefits, ambivalence among parents regarding perceived benefits of inclusive education. Recognized benefits include empathy, social skills, and diverse society preparation. Concerns raised are disruptions and learning delays, where schools should clarify implementation details to address these challenges. Next, concerns about academic progress. Some fear resource reallocation and educator capacity to manage diversity. Intervention needed to ensure fair resource distribution. Willingness to support inclusive education at home. Divergent views about supporting inclusive education at home, requiring clarification and assurance. Comprehensive parent engagement are needed to boost inclusive education support. There are recommendations to address these challenges, such as enhanced teacher training, dual teacher approach, small study group, limited inclusion, reduced class size, funding and resource allocation, and allocate students according to their special needs. However, there are limitations in this study, such as time constraints, coding difficulties, non-responsiveness, difficulties in finding enough research participants, and survey errors. In future, the research can be focused in enhanced specialist training, adequacy in resource distribution, and addressing social cultural barriers. In conclusion, by addressing these challenges and implementing the recommended strategies, Malaysia's inclusive education can thrive and succeed. Thank you.